Hi, Victoria Cooper here, your personal finance gal. Sorry I've been a little MIA, but I am in the process of studying for my Series 65 license, which I'll be taking in a few weeks, so wish me luck. But I did want to share something. Been still driving around and I'm still listening to all my podcasts, staying educated on everything, and I heard a really interesting one about teen unemployment. You heard me right. Not teen employment, teen unemployment. So, what's happening these days is that teens are doing more volunteer work and other things. They're not going and getting the part time jobs during the summers like lifeguarding and nannying and I don't know, all the things my generation used to do. The kid down the street had a lawn service, right? So, it's kind of interesting and it's also could be kind of an issue, right? Because kids are doing more of these other things, they're not in a work environment where they're learning the proper etiquette and the proper politics and everything else that goes along with working in an organization with people. And you know, competing for resources and all of that, right? So while they're out there doing great things, and it looks fantastic on their resumes, they're just not getting the work ethic and the experience, the real life experience that is so useful when you get out of college and you're back in the workforce for a lot of us, but for them just starting out in the workforce, right? So I just thought it was interesting because, you know, you can start with kids at any age to teach them a work ethic. It doesn't have to be let's wait until they're teenagers when they can actually apply for some sort of part-time job. So I wanted to share an example about my kids. So they are young, 4 and 5 right now. And the other day, this was about 6 months ago, my 5-year-old daughter wanted a Lego set. Not just any Lego set, it was probably about $50 in the Lego store. So we said to her, okay, well, let's go home and count the money in your piggy bank and see if you can afford it. We knew full well she didn't have enough money. So we got home and we counted it, and she had about $12 in her piggy bank. So we're like, well, okay, well, if you really want it, you're going to have to continue to do your chores and do your work and save your money so that you can afford the Lego set. So she promptly got to work. She really wanted that Lego set. So for the next 3 to 4 weeks, she worked very hard. She helped with the laundry, helped with the dishes, set the table, yard work, vacuuming. I mean, you name it, if it was a chore in or around the house, and she did it. She was very helpful. So, you know, we paid her 25-cent commissions here and there for every little chore that she did. And we eventually tallied it all up and we got to a little over $40. So I had found this Lego set online at Walmart for about $10 less. So I was like, okay. So calculated what the tax needed to be and made sure she had enough before we went to the store so that there would be no disappointment. She was so excited. I mean, she had worked so hard and she was just thrilled to be able to go and buy this Lego set. And so we got to Walmart, we found it, and when we found it on the shelf, I looked at the price. It was different. It was more than what they had online. And I was like, oh no, she's going to be devastated if they can't honor our online price. So we went up to the cash register and they rang it up and we saw the price. And again, it was the price that was on the shelf, not the price that they had online. And so I explained to the cashier, I said, hey, you know, our daughter's paying for this with her own money and, you know, she saved just enough to buy it based on the price that we found online. And so we don't really think it's fair to take it away from her. She's worked really hard for this. So the woman was like, well, I don't know what to do. She's like, let me get my manager. So she got the manager came over and I explained to her, you know, this was the price online. My daughter has saved all this money. She's paying for this out of pocket. And she said, okay, well, we can honor your online price. And I said, oh, good. So rang it up with tax, and my daughter still had about $1.20 left over. So she was really excited. She got to take home her Lego set, had a little bit of money left over. But the lesson was that, she did the work and she earned that Lego set. So because of that, she respects her toys so much more because she earned them. She put the money into them. So it's just really interesting to be able to see, even at such a young age, at the age of 5, her develop a work ethic because if there's something that she wants, there's something that she wants to get. And so, with a 5-year-old, it may be a Lego set. With a 20-year-old, it may be a pair of sunglasses. With a 40-year-old, it may be a new car, right? But we all work really hard for the things that we have. And it's important to start our kids at a young age learning how to do that. So I just thought that was a really neat story about her and what she's done and what she accomplished to be able to get what she wanted. And we all have that capability. But, a lot of us just haven't been taught how to harness that capability. So it's up to us as parents and as adults and everything to instill those values, the work ethic, all of that into our children so that they can grow up and be able to go out in the work world and interact with other people and everything. So I just thought it was really interesting to, have them talking about teen unemployment and then watching my 5-year-old work her little butt off to be able to just afford a Lego set. So, just something to think about. I probably won't be doing another video until after my exam. So it's going to be a really grueling next few weeks, taking a lot of practice tests. But I will check back in August, and I hope you all are enjoying your summer, trying to stay cool. I know here in Texas it's a hot one this summer. So have a great summer, and I'll see you guys in a few weeks. Bye from the Personal Finance Gal.